Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good afternoon. Good evening and good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there, enjoying your Thursday. We're that much closer to the weekend, which is always a positive thing, in my personal opinion. I got a quick show for you guys today. I was going to do this as a pop-up, but I decided, you know what, let me just do this one live with you guys and talk with you guys about this, because there's a bunch of different things that are still percolating over this situation. This is some wild stuff, y'all. And it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better for Ye. It's really not. It's really not. So we have got to talk about this. We have got to talk about these things. And I'm not surprised. I'm going to be honest. Let me turn that down a little bit. I'm not surprised, y'all. I'm not. So if anybody out there is surprised, I'm surprised that you're surprised, okay? Because this is all falling down around Kanye, okay? All of it is starting to fall down around Kanye. The full cancel. Let me just say this. His head is on that cancel chopping block, and they are most definitely striking down with absolute force. There is so much going on. I mean, I'm telling you guys, there's more. There's more than just in this title. There's so much going on, and there's more information, more stories. Now they're apparently saying that he has a strange obsession with a really bad guy that, you know, was the cause of WW2. And many other things involved around that as well. It's crazy, you know. You know what? You're right. You're right. Okay, Natalie. Okay. You ain't wrong on that. It's not the cancel culture. It's the consequences to his actions. Absolutely. You know, I think it's both. I think it's a combination of both. The consequences of his actions, he is now, well, I don't even think he even cares, to be really honest. All right. But this is bad. This is really, really bad. And as much as he has sat here and said, oh, yeah, you know, I ain't got nothing to worry about and all that, he seems a little desperate, in my personal opinion. I'll be real. Some really desperate actions going on when it comes to this story. So like I said, not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time and an informative time, okay? To talk about all this stuff that's going on, because this is absolutely crazy, okay? And Witchy Gemini, I beg to differ. I think he does care. But out in the public, I think he's giving off a completely different vibe. And I'll explain here in just a second. Because it's the top of the conversation, top of the chat, it's going to be top of the show today with this story. So let's get it into this. And yes, Debbie, I agree. He's doing this to his damn self. He's doing this to his doggone self, y'all. Okay? He's doing this to his doggone self. Okay? So, before we get into everything, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 200 likes. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all who are watching on every corner of this big blue ball that we're all spinning on together. Okay? Show some love. And please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, because I talk about everything from pop culture, true crime, politics, controversial, you name it, we talk about it right here on this show. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button, and it'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. All right, let's get into things. Oh boy. Now, first off, I want to say this before we jump into everything. before we get things on and popping, because you know we're going to get things on and popping here in just a minute, I do want to say this really quick. For those of y'all who watched the show last night, that were a part of the conversation, part of the discussion, I want to say a big thank you to all you guys, because we wouldn't have been able to have such an open and honest and thought-provoking and hopefully motivating conversation near the end of the show. I opened up the video chat line. You guys came on. Someone in particular came on and spoke from the heart. And I just want to say it takes a lot of bravery. And I just want to say thank you guys for just being so incredible. Because I know not only we've had these kinds of conversations of many people, many family members, many people, you beautiful people coming onto the show and pouring your hearts out, not only just audibly or in video form, even just in the chats, even just putting in those comments and all that. So I just wanted to say that because, you know, my mind is still, I'm still reeling over that conversation. And, you know, I feel invigorated, and I hope some of you guys that watched the show last night and were there to listen to the phone calls and the speak on it section of the show last night were able to walk away with something positive. And again, to Laura, I just want to say, I didn't know if I could say your name now or not, but I just want to say to Laura, if you're watching this now or if you're watching this later, I just want to say thank you so much for bearing your soul and just being so dope. Okay. And I hope that all of us were able to walk away with something from that show. And I'm telling you this, you know, those things don't happen very often on the show. I mean, you know, not everybody calls in and bears their soul like that. But at the same time, I hope that we continue down that path. I feel that we're going to have a lot more conversations like that in many different shapes and forms in the very, very near future. So I just wanted to say, without you guys, we would not have that conversation. Without you guys, there would not be a Speak On It segment. There wouldn't be a show. So thank you guys for just being so incredible and bearing your soul, being brave, trusting me. I ain't nobody yet, but I appreciate the confidence in me. All right. But let's get into this. You know what time it is.
I got liposuction. For 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
Kanye watch.
Yes, it's Kanye watch, y'all. I know I haven't used those bumpers. I'm like, nah, I got to use it every time. Anything that goes on with Kanye. So if you like that, please definitely give me some. So hit that number 1 if you're feeling that little bumper, that little intro to the show. I do appreciate that. Okay, but we got to get into this. Okay. Some really interesting things have happened as of recently. You know, we already covered it on the show before. Okay. There were a couple things that went down, like, he went to Twitter, said he was going on Death Con 3 on all Jewish people. He started to say a whole bunch of anti-Semitic remarks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We already went into great details about that. Well, in that same show, we talked about how Adidas chopped him. They terminated their partnership with Kanye West, or presently known as Ye. Okay. And there has been obviously a lot of people reacting, not only just me. There was a lot of people that reacted to the separation of Kanye West and Adidas. Some people are sitting here going, "Oh, this ain't right. You know, they shouldn't have done that," so on and so forth. And then there's other people that feel that, hey, they had to, because if they didn't do anything about it, if they stayed silent, their silence would have spoke volumes. Now, this is also a founded company that was founded by the members of the Nazi Party. That is a real, true thing. So, of course, given the fact that that's something that they're wanting to shake off. This is also a German based company as well. They're trying to shake those kind of negative things off. And I feel like Germany in general has done everything they can to try to get the world to forget about WW2, right? And the things that happened, the persecution and the genocide that happened during that time. So, of course, without them saying something, if they didn't say anything at all, if they did not have a reaction, there would have been something really bad. People would have boycotted. This would have gotten much bigger, and it would be extremely bad for Adidas. So, of course, they stepped up and said, "Nah, we out. We chuck up the deuces. We are not with this. We're not for this, and we're not with this." So, of course, there are some people that were very upset about that, very surprised. Some were very surprised. Me, I wasn't. I knew this was only a matter of time. And I know that there was a lot of people that were very upset because some people were upset that Adidas, on how long it took Adidas to do something. And let me tell you something, y'all. I understand why it took a minute for them to do what they needed to do. Imagine what kind of paperwork, what kind of red tape, what kind of BS they have to get through so that they can cleanly sever their ties. Because you also got to remember, they're willing to lose 250 million euros from this collaboration that they were making with Ye. I mean, it's a very big piece of information. This is not just cutting off a friendship and saying, boy, bye in a tweet. This is much bigger than that, y'all. It's gigantic and crucial, right? They have all their money invested in Yeezy. And I will say this too. Yeezy did help Adidas quite a bit by their designs, etc. People started buying the shoes and all that stuff, okay? But at the same, and I think they realized that too, which is also very funny too, because now they're saying that they still have basically the rights to these designs, but now they won't be using the Yeezy name on those particular designs. I don't know what's going to happen with that as far as that goes, but this is just what I'm hearing through the grapevine when it comes to these things. Well, Kanye obviously has been all over the place. Like he's doing, man, like he on a podcast world tour, okay? He on a world tour, all right? He's out here on every damn podcast except for his best friend, his besties, Candace Owens, which we'll talk about that in just a few seconds here. But he's on every other podcast, just doubling down, quadrupling down. He doesn't give a damn. Talking about all kinds of stuff. Now, when it comes to this situation with Candace Owens, I don't know if you've heard this, but Daily Wire does not want Candace Owens to have Kanye West on her podcast or her show. Why do you think that, guys? Just saying. Why do you think that? In Pink Society, hell no, I don't have any Yeezys. Okay? It's a design I'm not a fan of. The only thing that I like out of the Yeezys are the damn slides. Those slides look really, really comfortable. Other than that, no, Pink Society. I would say a hell to the no. Hell no. I don't have any Yeezys. Okay? I've seen everybody and their mama wearing those, and I'm like, you bought that for how much, bro? How much? But hey, to each their own. If you find happiness in shoes that's on you. But when it comes to the Daily Wire and Kanye West being on Candace Owens' show, why do you think he hasn't been on there? Now, I want you to realize, if you don't know who Ben Shapiro is, You need to check out Ben Shapiro. I mean, wherever you stand on politically, he's a conservative political pundit. He is also one of the owners, one of the heads of Daily Wire, the same company that hired Candace Owens and pays her for her show, produces it, takes care of her, all that stuff. She moved on. She left PragerU. Now she's over at Daily Wire, and she's doing the damn thing. She's been doing what she's been doing, right? Why do you think they're not doing it? Ben Shapiro has a very big problem with the anti-Semitic remarks that Kanye West has been spouting on multiple, not just one, multiple podcasts. And the one thing that's very interesting is even Candace Owens is double downing on that as well. She's backing Kanye or Ye. Like she's his hype man. It's very interesting, guys. Okay, the situations that are popping off right now between Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire hub, and then the Kanye West BS and drama that's this dismantling that's happening, that's going on right now. Kanye West's whole empire is crumbling right before our eyes, our very eyes, within every hour, it seems like. Every half day, I'll even be nicer than that, something gets ripped from Kanye. So, which I find extremely interesting. One thing I do want to say, make sure I have here. Because this was also something very interesting as well that I wanted to show you guys too. So let me show you this. Because this is all important information. Very important information. As we find out more and more stuff, take a look at this. Well, this covered the damn thing, but it says here, Apple Music removes Kanye West's Essentials playlist as the streaming giant becomes the latest business to distance themselves from the rapper following his anti-Semitic remarks. Apple Music themselves, you see it right there. I'm sorry about the ads, but you see it right there. Even the people at Apple are saying, he's putting a real bad taste in everybody's mouth. And probably a lot of people that are inside this at Apple as well. And they're all sitting here going, no, we good. We don't need, no, we can move things around. So, of course, we already know about all the things, and we're going to be looking at some other things too, that he's been, these business deals that are just dropping like flies. Okay. Bodies. Okay. Just dropping everything. He's getting bodied right now, guys. And the funny thing is, on the exterior, he's acting like he gives no damns. But real talk, he does. And you'll see here in just a minute. And now Kanye or Ye's Essentials playlist on Apple Music has been removed, indicating the streaming giant are also cutting ties with the rapper. Okay, and we already know he's been on a tirade lately. By the way, this is a 45-year-old man. Okay? We talked about 45 last night, a horrid 45. He doesn't look like he's been having a hard life. Good choices, and he's moisturizing, by the way. Anyway, 45-year-old tirade lately, calling for I can't really say these things. All right. And of course, calling the President Biden the R word. Okay. So, but now apparently he's been brought back onto Instagram, which we'll look at that in a second here, which is weird. Again, it's just so strange. right here. Like he says, I lost $2 billion in one day. And this is what Kanye says as he returns to Instagram as businesses continue to cut ties over his recent comments. He returned to Instagram early Thursday morning, this morning, for the first time since he made these particular posts and comments on this world tour on every podcast he could get his hands on that ignited a wave of backlash. The posts were made hours after the rapper, formerly known as Kanye West, was escorted out of Skechers, which we'll get here in a second. In his first post, Ye made a joking repost of a fake article titled "Ye has reportedly cut ties with Kanye West." Second post was directed at Ari Emanuel, the CEO of entertainment and media agency Endeavor. The CEO had penned an op-ed in the Financial Times following Ye's remarks, saying that those who continue to do business with West are giving his misguided hate an audience, which I do agree with 110%. Ye had tweeted, and we already know about the DEFCON 3 on Jewish people and all that, okay? Of course, this is what Emmanuel wrote. There should be no tolerance anywhere for West's anti-Semitism. This is a moment in history where the stakes are high, and being open about our values and living them is essential. Silence and inaction are not an option. Ye's response to Emmanuel's manual was captioned "Love Speech." I lost $2 billion in one day and I'm still alive, Ye wrote. This is love speech. I still love you. God still loves you. The money is not who I am. The people is who I am. This is what he said in a post on Instagram, if you can see. Right there. Let me get this talking head out the way. He says, Ari Emanuel, I lost $2 billion in one day and I'm still alive. This is love speech. I still love you. God still loves you. The money is not who I am. The people is who I am. So then in my response to that is, my response to his post is this. If the people is who you are, then you need to realize that the people are speaking to you. Vast majority of people are speaking to you. The vast majority are saying what you're saying is wrong. So if you're saying the people is who I am, then listen to the people. Because what you're saying on all these podcasts, what you're posting all over all these places and stuff, is not what the general public, what the general people, what good people are actually saying out here in these streets. They do not agree with this behavior. They do not agree with anti-Semitic remarks. And we're all the good people, because there are some bad. We already saw that a couple days ago. People on the extreme supremacists, etc., putting out things, saluting, saying, Kanye West, what Kanye West said is right and all that stuff. Just disgusting, ridiculous things. That is a minority. The vast majority who are good people are screaming at you right now, Kanye. Or Ye, sorry. And if you really are the people, you need to be speaking like the people. And you're not speaking that. You're saying whatever you need to say. You're saying whatever needs to be said to, I don't know, feed a specific group, to make a certain group feel better. Is this a mental break? Is he having an episode? Or is this how he truly feels? Again, many, many questions, guys. Many, many questions. I have. Because again, if the money is not who he is and he doesn't care about any of that, then why is he out here spouting this type of hateful rhetoric? Why is he pushing a certain narrative that doesn't need to even be pushed? If you really are for the people, the Jews and Jewish people, people of Jewish descent, etc., the Jewish community, they are people too. Oh my gosh. Did you know that, Kanye? Those are people too. Just a quick reminder, in case you forgot. Have mercy. But clearly, this guy doesn't care. But what's funny is that it's not true. He does. It makes no sense for him to sit here and do all this stuff. And he's like, I don't care about no money. I don't care about this at all. So on and so forth. I don't care about this. Yet he did this, which is hilarious to me. I'll just let you read that. For someone who said, and I already said it in a little bit, I already tapped on it a little bit in a previous article, in the most previous article I just read. But at the same time, if he really just didn't give a damn, why would you show up to Skechers unannounced? And also, why Skechers though, man? For real? No offense, guys. If you're wearing Skechers, shout out to y'all who are wearing Skechers. You know, I'm just saying. Skechers? For real? Okay. But he ran, I think, and made some grandiose entrance with all his camera crews and everything like that, thinking that as he walks in, he's going to be praised. Shoot, they're going to throw flower petals, rose petals at his feet. They're going to be massaging his feet with essential oils and things with smell of rich mahogany as he drinks expensive spirits, talking of his dreams of the future with Skechers. But that's not at all what happened. They kicked his ass out. He really thought that they were going to hand feed him grapes as he's fanned by a large feather. I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, my Lord. Literally. Somebody make that make sense. Hey, I'm not trying to say anything bad about Skechers. I mean, yes, I've heard that they're comfy. I haven't rocked a pair of Skechers since I was a child, I think. But at the same time, Skechers. Now, you got to let's be real now. When it comes to Skechers, I would expect them to do exactly what I just described. You know what I mean? Just saying. Oh, it's Kanye. Oh, whoa. Kanye West is here. So on and so forth. Okay? And then this is completely the opposite. Completely the opposite of what happened. Kicked out. So let's go into this article. Okay? King Bob. My bad, man. I'm sorry. I'm not picking on your shoes. I'm sorry. All right? Don't get at me. Okay? Don't get at me. All right? Real talk. So, it is so funny when it comes to this. Oh, my Lord. Okay. What's very funny to me is that we could sit here. If this was another name, I'm going to say it because it's just hilarious to me that as soon it is a name of a black person, the name, It's Ye. It's Kanye West, for crying out loud. There's always some sort of reason to try to turn this into something else. This is a man that said some very, very hateful, hurtful things on multiple platforms. If this was Andrew Tate, I would say the same thing. If this was Trump, I would say the same thing. If this was someone Asian, Black, Puerto Rican, polka dotted, I don't care. You go on certain platforms and you spout out certain things that also entice and embolden a certain group of people out here wearing certain things, putting things on your chest, trying to back those things up, and then jumping on every single platform, acting like you are untouchable and no one can touch you by saying hateful things. I'm talking about it. I don't care. It's mind-blowing to me. It's just mind-blowing to me. Oh, like this is the whole thing. Why are you taking down a black man? I'm reading your comments. I can see it from the corner of my eye. Oh, why are you taking down a black man? My Lord. If this was any race under the sun, I don't care. You don't say things like this at all, ever. And I know that there's people out here that is trying to say that he has some grander plan. He doesn't have a grander plan. Look at what he just did. Look at what he did. And how everything is starting to crumble around him. I guarantee you, if the Kanye was, his name was Keith West, and he was a Caucasian male and had a very successful career in music, and we were calling him the one of the greatest, one of the GOATs, a genius. He had his own line of clothing. Same dude, just take out the melanin, be at him as well. Nothing would change. Trust. We should be held accountable for the wrongs that we do, especially when there's not ever that particular person ever taking any type of accountability. Zero accountability. That's just mind-blowing to me, guys. It's mind-blowing. Just saying. I hate that. And that's the problem with covering certain stories. Suddenly, if you talk about one particular story, or you cover a white baby boy being lost, then people will put in comments of like, why aren't you covering black kids and all that? Then you cover other black issues. Then suddenly you're bashing your own people. It's frustrating. Get off of it. This guy did a very bad thing, and what's happening to him is exactly what he deserves. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, yeah, no worries, Nicole. I am going to do my thing. It's just that, you guys are watching this for a reason. And you know for a fact I'm not one that errs on the side of the evil or errs on the side of wrong. I try to come to you guys with the information, and I try to throw a little bit of humor in the situation. And that's it. And with this particular situation, come on, y'all. Quit with that, oh, stop bashing your own people. I'm not bashing nobody, okay? This is Kanye West saying some really, really hateful things that he shouldn't be doing. Then he acts like he doesn't give a damn, says all these things on all these platforms, but then goes running to a place like Skechers and gets his ass kicked out because he really thinks he has the audacity His ego's that big that he thinks he could just walk in unannounced into a headquarters, another shoe headquarters, and he thinks they're just going to scoop him up. They're going to scoop him up like a ground ball. That's ridiculous. So, as I continue, Ye, formerly known as Kanye, was booted from Skechers' corporate offices in Los Angeles on Wednesday after he showed up uninvited and unannounced, the company said. In a statement, the shoemaker said 2 executives escorted Ye and others from the company's offices following a brief conversation and after he engaged in unauthorized filming. So this dude came in with all this, with his crew. He made it some huge, grandiose freaking scene. Okay? Huge scene. Because he thinks that by doing that, and because he's Ye, his arrogance this time got the best of him. Clearly. As we see, Apple is starting to get rid of certain playlists of his. He is now, obviously, Adidas stepped away from him. Balenciaga has stepped away from him. And not yet, still he has not yet gone and said, hey, he is still not yet said, my bad. He still has not yet said, lo siento. That's ridiculous. Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West. Like he is now like he has leprosy. You know what I'm saying? It's like he has it, like he's a leper. No one wants to touch this dude right now. And I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. Why would anybody want to stand with him right now, especially after him being tacked on as anti-Semitic? As soon as they do something like that, people are going to go in on Skechers, Nike, Reebok, Under Armour. It doesn't matter. The people are not going to consume his stuff right now. Not right now, at least. Maybe later on, but not right now. He has to go on some serious apology tour, and that ain't happening anytime soon, I don't think. But he literally right now is like he has leprosy. Anyone who attaches themselves to his name right now is going to be in a world of trouble. They're going to have a world of backlash. Okay, and obviously I just said, adding it condemned recent anti-Semitic comments that prompted a backlash among companies that had business deals with him. See what I'm saying? No one wants to work with him right now. Why? Because he spoke out and said some things that he shouldn't have said. Period. Representatives for Ye, who also spoken publicly about his mental health issues and has a history of posting erratically online, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. And honestly, I feel like they are literally going to be riding his PR team, all the people that are around him, etc. They are all going to be using the fact that he has mental health issues as a crutch. And I'm telling you, at some point, that card that they have, that they could play every time, at some point, that card he won't be able to play. Clearly, he's not even able to play that card with the Kardashians. Even the Kardashians don't want to mess with him right now. Even his soon-to-be ex-wife doesn't even want to rock with him right now. She's even coming out with comments saying, I stand with the Jewish community. I do not stand with I stand in solidarity with the people of the Jewish community. Literally, she says that. So she ain't even rocking with him right now. I mean, I would hope to God that she's at least trying to reach out to him and trying to at least level with the dude. Wake him up. Tell him to stop doing what he's doing, because he's being reckless. He's being absolutely reckless. So reckless that this happened. Kanye's $15,000 a year Donda Academy has shut down and leaves 100 children from pre-K to 12 in limbo as his empire collapses over those anti-Semitic remarks. Rapper reveals he's lost $2 billion. We already know about this, $2 billion in one day. So he is literally even that, even his pride and joy, his new baby, which is the Donda Academy, is being shut down. Now, I also heard that it is reopened. Like right before I went live, I saw something about it saying like, psych, it's still open, which I'm still trying to understand that, because it seemed like let's see that really quick. So according to TMZ, they said apparently, just kidding, Donda Academy is back open. And if it is, then good for him. I'm glad. I don't know if maybe it was a funding situation, if he was able to find funding for Donda or something. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy that they said that the doors were going to be closed for the remainder of the school year. And now they're saying that it's back open again. So in a bizarre twist, Kanye West Donda Academy, has opened its doors again, only hours after announcing the school had closed. And this time, it's back, quote unquote, with a vengeance. Parents of students of Donda received an email obtained by TMZ around midnight Wednesday, reading, "Join us tomorrow morning in worship for the return of Donda Academy. With the help of our parents and the community, we are back and returning with a vengeance." This is what it says right here. "The children of Donda are going to change the world. Apologies for the late email. See you bright and early." Somebody put that in, and I guess it's one of the parents of the kid, one of the kids that matriculates at Donda right now as we speak. But earlier, they said Donda was closed, and now they're saying pink sweets. Exactly. Join us tomorrow in worship for the return of Donda Academy. That sounds insane. Exactly. And I'm going to tell you this too. Does this look like an email? First off, look at this email. All right. This is what they sent to parents and staff. They already had a teacher leave. Okay. A teacher who happens to be Jewish as well. She left the school because she was not cool with what Kanye West has been spouting on all these platforms and stuff. Okay. So she left. But at the same time, you think that by you saying the place is closed for the remainder of the year, and of course they get that in the email or in some sort of announcement, parents, I mean, and those parents are losing their minds, I'm sure, going, what the hell? What are we going to do? Our kids got to finish school. We got to find a school for them to go to. What the heck? And then all of a sudden, they get an email like this. Again, is this an email? Do you think this is an email that gives you confidence in the school? That you're saying, yes, I want to keep my kid enrolled in Donda Academy. To me, it sounds like they have no idea what the hell they're doing. They're flying by the seat of their pants. Again, 2 seconds ago, they said school's closed for the remainder of the year. And now there's an email going, never mind, come back. Come back, guys. We're going to come together and we're going to worship. We're going to have a ceremony of worship tomorrow because school's back and we're returning with a vengeance. As a parent that pays for your child to go to that private Catholic school, okay, does this give you confidence that they're going to be open and functioning throughout the rest of the year? I'm telling you, no. After holiday season, I'd be finding out where I can take my kid next, where he or she are going to matriculate at. They're not going to be matriculating there anytime soon. If they're going to do that within 2 seconds like that, that shows there's faulty wiring within the system of that school. And I'm not cool with that personally. You know, yo, main girl just said, yeah, we're coming. We're kidding. Come back. You know what I mean? Psych. We got school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or I think it's a Christian school. I'm sorry. Jamie, thank you. It's a Christian school. Sorry. But there it is. He's like, oh, yeah, we're shutting it down. Psych. Gotcha. Still got that paperwork due. Still got that schoolwork due tomorrow. So y'all better get it done because we got worship tomorrow because we're back with a vengeance. Yeah, so here is the message that they did originally receive. So, dear Donda Academy families, we hope this email finds you well. First, we'd like to express our gratitude for the community of families and scholars that Donda Academy brought together. However, at the discretion of our founder, Donda Academy will close for the remainder of the 2022 to 2023 school year, effective immediately. Imagine being a parent who's spending $15,000 for their child to matriculate at this school, getting this email. Just starting with this email saying, oh, yeah, till the end of this year. So till the holiday, after holiday break, we might be back up and open again. But right now, from Thursday, which is today, till the new year, so after holiday break, we're closed. The hell? So they say there is no school tomorrow. So that was supposed to be today. And now they say, psych, come in tomorrow. We're going to worship. Our leadership team will be working diligently to assist all families during this transition, ensuring that every scholar has what they need to succeed in their next community in a prompt and gracious manner. We intend to begin afresh. I love that. We intend to begin afresh. And actually, what's interesting, I was wrong. The entire year, I'm sorry, the entire school year is done because they say we intend to begin afresh in September of 2023. So that's a whole half a school year gone. Just gone, baby. And we are confident that our scholars will continue to advance as the creative and innovators, courageous influencers, and academic leaders of the next generation. Thank you for your support. What the hell? So my bad. I thought they were just saying like throughout the rest of the year. They meant, my bad. I just, shoot, you guys are moving fast. Trevor Vigil. Doesn't it say 2022 to 2023 school year? Yeah, I took it as them being done. Like, I took it wrong. I read it wrong. Okay, I understood that wrong. So I'm wrong. Meaning they done. I'm corny. They're done till September. Wow. And then 2 seconds later, they go, oh, psych. We still open, y'all. We were just playing. Quick little Halloween prank for you guys real quick. You know, I know a lot of y'all's buttholes puckered up when you got that email. Wait, do we get refunds? Do we get money back? Because now you're saying what? Yeah. And of course, on Wednesday, Kanye wrote about Donda saying, my school is being shut down. So I don't know what happened. Maybe he found more funding. Maybe it was a funding thing. I don't know what it is. But still, at the same time, when you have 100 students, allegedly 100 students that are all there doing that, going to that school, matriculating at that school, and then suddenly you just cut it off like that. I'm sorry. I don't know if a lot of these parents of these students are going to be willing to spend that full 15 for them to finish even the school year. Donda may very well be done. Okay. It may very, very well be done. But this made this situation even worse. Okay. 88747. Shoot. It's actually, it's funny because it's yeah, the only, yeah, Kanye doesn't love Pete Davidson, but I feel like it's not really Pete Davidson. I think it's Pete Davidson's peener. I said it. I think that's the thing he just loses sleep over. That's it. It's just Pete Davidson's thing made room. Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, his peener. Okay. His weed whacker. Oh, I'm corny as. Okay, so this is something else here. Yeah, I said made room, Roberta. I said made room. Okay. And it's made room in his mind. I meant his mind, guys. You guys are dirty. I'm lying. I meant the other thing. Okay. Skeet. Yes. Yes, Amy. Skeet. My ear is itching like crazy. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, excuse me. Whew, that cold is still here. It's leaving, but it's just still here. Anyway, so this is the last piece here that really caught my eye. And this is something that was just reported about an hour ago, a little bit over an hour ago, that I thought was very interesting and disturbing as hell. So I'm just going to show it to you guys. There's going to be a lot of code that I'm going to have to use because I can't use certain words and certain names. Even in the title, I couldn't even write the full name in the title. Unfortunately, but that's just how things go. Okay. But this is what they're reporting right now as well. Again, there is a lot coming for Kanye right now. It's not getting any better. It just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. Now they're saying that sources are telling that he had a very disturbing history admiring the H guy. And I have to use H guy for right now. You understand. All right. And it gets crazier. So just buckle up, get comfortable, because this article is pretty crazy. Several people who were once close to the artist formerly known as Kanye West told CNN that he has long been fascinated by not that another evildoer. All right. You see the name. I can't say it out loud, unfortunately. And once wanted to name an album after this guy, one of the main faces of evil. All right. A business executive who worked for West, who now goes by Ye. We already know about that. Told CNN that the artist created a hostile work environment in part through his obsession with the H-man. He would praise the H-man by saying how incredible it was that he was able to accumulate so much power, and would talk about all the great things he and his party achieved for the German people, this particular individual told CNN. The executive left his position and reached a settlement with West and some of his companies over workplace complaints, including harassment, which CNN has reviewed. The former executive asked not to be named due to a confidentiality agreement and fear of retribution by West. According to the agreement, West denied the executive's allegations. Of course he's going to deny these allegations. Are you kidding me? Yet you do hear him say a lot of things as of recently. I've been hearing a lot of things in these podcasts and stuff. You see him dropping the H name and all that. You hear it. I'm not sitting here saying that this is 110% true. This could just be a disgruntled employee. This could very well be 110% facts. But the fact that they got this from a credible source, an executive that worked closely with Ye in a bunch of his businesses, does make you kind of look at this situation a little bit closely. His obsession with the Jewish community lately, his comments that he's been saying online, so on and so forth. I wouldn't be surprised if there were certain things that he did say, like, well, he was really powerful. You know what I'm saying? He talks out his ass a lot. Sorry, but he does. But this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. But let's continue. Wow. Okay, this next paragraph is very surprising. The executive told CNN that West spoke openly about reading Mein Kampf, one of the main faces of evil's 1925 autobiographical manifesto, and expressed his admiration for the group that he led and H-man for their use of propaganda. The individual stated that people in West's inner circle were fully aware of his interest in the H-man. Four sources told CNN that West had originally suggested the title H-man for his 2018 album that eventually was released as Ye. They did not want to be named, citing concern for professional retribution. A spokesperson for Universal Music Group, who owns West's former music label Def Jam, declined to comment. So, there's that too, guys. There's that too. So, mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing with this situation. I know you guys have put in some super chats, so I want to make sure I get those read really quick. But as you can see, guys, this is just this dude here. And if this is 110% true, this does not help Kanye. This does not help his situation. But again, I have yet to see him come out with any type of apologies. He's not out here saying, "Oh, I'm working hard to do this, that, and the third. I'm working on myself." Or you don't see him being checking into anywhere or seeking some sort of professional help or anything. You don't see any of that. You see him grasping at anything he can get right now because he knows his ship is sinking, and his billionaire status is slowly, actually quickly, vaporizing in front of his very eyes. I got a super chat. I've got words. Thank you so much for the 5. I do appreciate it. Kim K knows the majority of his brand, or owns the majority of his brand. He is doing this to get back at her and damage her shares in the company. He was never a billionaire. She was. Now, if I've got words is correct, then that would be very fascinating. But at the same time, that is still money in his own pocket that would be gone. You see what I'm saying? By him self-sabotaging his own brand and all that he's been doing, it's very bad. Long story short. And it's not something I would think that, it's not something I would do. But at the same time, I'm not Kanye, you know? And it's the other thing too. He's going out and he's saying these things. And I've said it before. There are things that he said in certain interviews that he has good points on. But it's also being sandwiched in with all this anti-Semitic remarks. That's a huge problem. If he's saying, hey, for the black community, I want the black community to do this, I want us to raise up. But while he's saying black community raise up, he's also saying anti-Semitic remarks. That's not good. No. Again, like I said in the last show, you're getting lost. You're not seeing the forest through the trees. You're just looking at the negative and racist, anti-Semitic remarks that you're saying. That's all what people are listening to. They're now not listening to maybe the little bit of information or gems that you put in there. They're not listening to that. They're not listening to that. Getting to the other super chats. Sorry, guys. And I appreciate all y'all for being here. You guys have been incredible, in incredible group, incredible crowd. And at the same time, if you don't agree with me, hey, it's all good. All right. But at the same time, I'm going to speak my mind, whether you are black, red, pink, fuchsia, every rainbow under the sun. If you're doing something wrong, I'm talking about it. Period. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, can't talk. I can't talk about it now. He's black. I can't talk about it. He's black. No, I'm talking about it. I don't care. And I don't care if you're my hero. Okay? If you done mucked up, I'm going to say you done mucked up. Trust and believe. Okay? Ang, thank you so much for the 5. The basketball team has been asked not to come to tournaments. Exactly, too. That's also the thing. They were supposed to come to the John Wall tournament in North Carolina this week, or the week after Christmas. Exactly. People are not wanting to be in any type of connection with him. But this is one thing I will say, though, too. Okay, and we talked about it in the other show with covering this story. One of the other problems I have about this, okay, is this should have happened a long time ago, y'all. This should have happened when he said slavery was a choice. I mean, the infamous, like I just in my intro for Kanye Watch. Stuff like this should have happened a long ass time ago. But maybe he finally said some things that are the straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe. I don't know. But it's frustrating. Because I understand that there's a lot of people that are not of the Jewish community that are still reeling over what he said about slavery being a choice. And there were no real repercussions for him saying what he said then, too. So I know there's a lot of people going, well, why now? Why didn't any of this stuff happen before? I wondered the same thing, guys. But it is happening nonetheless. Emma Rose, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. Narcissists like Kanye and Trump Just want power over the masses. It's scary. I don't understand it. Both these people praise dictators because what they want. Because that's what they want. Crazy. I have to say, let me put that up. Yeah. Like this article I just read that just came out like I said, about an hour and a half ago. Pretty surprising to me. But then at the same time, I'm like, no, it doesn't surprise me. The things that he's saying on platforms, the things that he feels about certain things, he's not holding back anymore. That's the only thing. Okay? Sorry, I'm just looking for the next super chat, which is coming. Hold on. Whoa. Is that it? I thought there were. I may have missed a couple. Hold on. There's Emma. I just read that one. Be sure to hit that like button down below, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, the teams. And I do really do appreciate the super chats. So thank you guys so much, because this episode might not get the love it I feel like it should deserve, but it may not. So I appreciate all the support. Seriously, I really do. So I guess that is all the super chats. Cool. But yes, it is something I keep wondering about that. Okay. It's just crazy to me. That Kanye West is saying these things, and then now there's accusations of his fascination with the H guy and how he has a fascination over a certain autobiography by the H guy and all that stuff. Again, now that we hear those things, I go, I'm not surprised. You see what I'm saying? I'm not surprised by those things. I'm not. It makes more sense to me. It makes more sense to me, in my personal opinion. But we'll have to see what happens here, because Debbie A, spewing hate is not waking people up. Actually, you know what's interesting is I think it is waking people up, but it's waking the wrong people up. You see what I'm saying? Like he wears the shirt, right? And and I understand there's people who don't agree. There's people who agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree on the situation with the shirt, okay? That he and Candace Owens were wearing, okay? But then and that's fine, okay? Like I'll let that, like I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. And I said I have a feeling that that's going to start something else. But the thing is that he is the one that started that something else. Does that make sense? Because he went back on all these platforms. He was explaining the White Lives Matter shirt, etc. He went on to Tucker Carlson. He went on to these podcasts. Then he started going in on obviously he went on on Tucker Carlson. He was talking about Jews and how he's a Jew, and then how it was just crazy. Like I said, it's just crazy. Then he went to Twitter, said those things. Then he went on these podcasts and he's like, yeah, all these anti-Semitic remarks. And then he's like, yo, Adidas, I can say all these crazy things and even Adidas can't stop me. Now what? And then he gets cut. But what's interesting is he goes on these platforms, uses these devices like these microphones, the social medias and whatnot, and he stokes the flames of these white supremacist groups that go out there hanging signs and sitting there saying, well, hey, if Kanye says it, then it must be okay. That's wrong. So it's not waking people up in the sense of making good people look at the severe reality of things. But I think him spewing this hate is actually waking the wrong type of people up. The people that have been maybe hiding out for a little bit now that we've had a different president elected right now, so on and so forth. Okay. And it doesn't matter where you stand. I'm just saying, I feel that there was a time for 4 years where certain groups of people felt a little bit more emboldened, felt a little bit stronger, were able to come out and say certain things and do whatever they wanted. You go get caught on video screaming the N-word at somebody at a Starbucks or in a drive-through. But then they kind of went away for a little bit. And then now we got Kanye wearing shirts, saying certain things that he shouldn't be saying, no one should be saying on any type of platform. And that, of course, is emboldening the wrong types of groups. It's waking up hate. This hate speech is waking up hate. Maybe not the good brothers and sisters that are out here trying to do good, like all y'all in the chat. But those of y'all that are out here hanging signs, saluting, and spouting, repeating what he's saying, if not saying worse things. That's what he's woken up. And that's the problem. That's the bloody problem. And I will say this too, my heart hurts for the people out here that don't deserve it. I mean, there's of course many marginalized groups. There's many people that have been pushed down that are out here constantly trying to be heard, trying to get their voice heard. There's constant racism out in the streets every single day. Some of it's right there in your face, and some of it is subliminal. But at the same time, it does exist. But at the same time, we don't need somebody throwing out signs on the 405 in Los Angeles, saluting and praising this man for saying things that he shouldn't be saying at all. Same thing if this was any other person. No one should be saying these things. No one. So again, he's waking up hate, and in a very, 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 very bad way. Pink Society, thank you so much for the 10. I said it before and I'll say it again. The scary thing about Kanye is his comments will enable others to she's right there with me. Pink Society's on the same page with me. Will enable others to use hate speech and even worse, ensure violence from extremists. Beautifully said. Exactly. Verbatim. Right there. That's the one thing I was concerned about when we talked about him wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. I know some people are like, yo, he's just trying to be ironic. He's just being ironical, right? Oh, it's a joke. He's just being this, that, and the third. And then when he explained it, some other people even tried to double down with him and be like, see, it's a joke. And I sat there and I said, I feel that this is going to start something bad. This is going to be a snowball effect into something that we don't want it to become. Kanye West is not the person that I expected him to do some stupid things. I just didn't expect him to do this. Again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. No one man should have all that power. Those words came out of his own mouth. Or if a man has that kind of power, they should realize that with great power comes great responsibility. And I know that's a Spider-Man term or a line from Spider-Man, but I don't give a damn. It is very, very well written and very true. Every single last person that gets on a mic, that has an influence, that has a pull, that has people listening to them, they should be spewing, or not spewing, but they should be pouring good into people, into their ears, teaching people or pointing out the lessons of the day. not going after a group of people so that other people go after that group of people too. Whether that's black, white, Jewish, Indian, doesn't matter. Does not. That kind of rhetoric should not be on certain platforms at all. It's too dangerous, especially when you have influence like this guy. You just don't do it. You just don't. And you know for a fact, all of us know better. All of us do. It's just the people that have a certain amount of arrogance in them that think that they can do worse or think that they can do more. Tish in Tennessee, what's up? Thank you so much for the comment. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat. The tragic thing is he won't be the one to feel as much impact as those following, copying, targeted by him without the same resources. Yes, absolutely. It's all the other people that he's talking about, that he's aiming towards, that are going to get the brunt of it. Yeah, he might be canceled-ish. Yeah, he might be losing his money. Let's just say that. But he brought that on himself. But the thing that is unfair is that all the hate and all the attention that this could come, like all the negativity that could be going towards that specific community that they didn't even deserve. No one deserves that. And he started something for no reason, in my personal opinion. Real quick, I got a let me take this down. Hold on. I got a comment, members comment. Thank you so much, Gen XB. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 2 months. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, you can always become a member, all right, on my YouTube channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right, go and check that out. But they said, Gen X just said, he should be using his platform for good. Too many like him are using their status to spread hate and their own conspiracy theories. It's so sad. I agree. I 110% agree. We all have a certain amount of responsibility. If you have 100 subscribers or 100 followers on your Instagram type thing, or if you have 100,000, okay, or 100 million, it doesn't matter. You know for a fact that there are people that are listening to you, that are talking to you, that are responding back to your things, that are consuming your content, so on and so forth, buying your albums, buying your shoes, all those things. You have a certain amount of responsibility. Be responsible. Speak wisely and speak good. That's it. Speak from a place of love. And I get trying to educate people, but you can find a better way of educating those people, of saying what you need to say without it coming out hateful. Yvonne hates injustice. I agree. I hate injustice too. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 2 months. Thank you for being a member. Thank you. In their member chat, they said, my grandfather was a Normandy veteran. He helped clear them camps. Glad he's not alive to hear this shiz. Shiz, yes. Heartbreaking. First off, I appreciate your grandfather for doing what he did. That's really amazing. But at the same time, yeah, I don't think anybody wants to, anybody would want to stand by and see this type of ish and just be in nah. Trust me, if your grandfather was here, I'm sure he would have words. He would love to have words with Kanye. For sure. Local Trees, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. I do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. All right. Robert Winsman, thank you so much for the comment on YouTube. They said, exactly, Pascal. Be responsible. Yes, exactly. Be responsible. Even so, if Sammy Davis Jr. was here, he'd be up. He'd be pissed off. Okay. Hey, babe. He'd be mad. Okay. He'd be mad. And that he was black. He's, of course, Sammy Davis Jr., who's black, and he was also Jewish as well. In fact, I wonder what Tiffany Haddish thinks about this too. She was Jewish. She just converted to Catholicism, if I'm correct, which is wild. That's wild information. I don't even know how I know that. But she converted. Real talk. She converted to Catholicism or Christianity, whichever one. But still, she used to be Jewish. I've always been curious about what she thinks about what he said. Okay. Because I know within the Jewish diaspora, there is, obviously there are black Jews, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it is something that I've always been interested in, hearing what what other people have to say about what he said here. It's just something interesting, something to think about. Hooker, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Kanye should be the spokesperson for mental health, not White Lives Matter, not White Lives Matter, which is stupid, by the way. He is finally in question. Yeah, I agree. He should be the face of mental health, right? Finding that balance, finding whatever it is that he needs, the medication, so on and so forth, to find balance in his life, to find happiness, right? But he's not doing that. And obviously there's something else going on internally. Maybe he's just been filled with so much negativity and anger. I don't know what it is, but there's something obviously going on that's causing him to be this way and speak this way. It's very sad. Oh. Nicole, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Check Facebook messages. Okay, I will. I barely look at my Facebook, y'all. So if you guys send me Facebook messages and stuff like that, I barely look at them, but I will be sure to look and see what's going on with it over there. But I do appreciate y'all for I appreciate all the super chats and this Cash App and all that. Thank you so very much. But yeah, I just think that something else is rotting inside of him. That's what I think. I think he's very sad. And it may be because of his marriage failing, this divorce that's happening. It could be that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And it could very well just be his mental health. Okay. It could very well be his mental health just playing a toll on him. It's sad, but I'll be back in 27 seconds. See you guys in a minute. Yes. Please go check out PascalMerch.com. 20% off of everything right now in store. 20% off everything until Halloween. So go and check out that stuff. You can get stuff like this hoodie, all the things that you saw in that commercial. And we got a bunch of other things, hoodies, t-shirts, etc., track suits, you name it. Go check it out. Trust me, you'll thank me later. 20% off at PascalMerch.com. And yo, main girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you liking that merch. You know, we're branching out into something really cool. So and working very, very hard. Zero sleep over here, y'all. All right. Zero sleep. Real talk. Okay. But again, I appreciate all y'all for being here, putting in the love, putting in the conversation. If you haven't done it yet, please do me a favor. Okay. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 500 likes really quick. That would really mean a lot. I know that this isn't a show about Quentin Simon or something like that. And we will be talking about that when there's more information that comes out. But I covered a lot of stuff in last night's show. Again, if you haven't seen last night's show, please go and check it out. I talked about the leaked audio that came out, or it's a snippet of the audio that came out. We're still waiting for the whole conversation to come out here soon. When it does come out, we will watch it, listen to it live together as a family for sure. But again, I talk about a lot of things on this channel, not only just Quentin Simon and Kanye West. We talk about a lot of things, everything from pop culture, true crime, political, and controversial. We talk about it all here. So please go and check out. All right. Please go and check out last night's show. Was a really fantastic show, really fantastic conversations that we had at the end of the show. And so very, very, very much so. It was an amazing one, and I really appreciated everybody blessing me with their time. Dear Dana, thank you so much for the 5. I'm a therapist. I feel the divorce coming to a head is the ultimate trigger. He is feeling a loss of control and seeking control by self-imploding. You know, dear Dana, this could very well be what it is. That could very well be what it is. That he's just, this could very well be the thing that's just causing him to break again. I mean, he was breaking before a few months ago over Pete Davidson. Okay. He was literally losing his cool. And I'm saying Pete Davidson made room in Kanye West's mind. Okay. And that was bothering, I think, the fact that he was betting Kim Kardashian. I think that was bothering the hell out of Kanye West. I don't know. But the fact that it's coming to a head now, no pun intended. But the fact that it's coming to a head now, this divorce, yeah, I think he's lashing out again. And again, if he doesn't get the right counseling, the right professionals, maybe the right medication on point, this is only going to get worse. And then there are going to be people that are going to be embracing, like Candace Owens and other maybe extreme right-wing commentators and influencers that are out here. They're going to take advantage of this. And this thing could very well get very, very dangerous. And it could possibly get dangerous for Kanye too. Let's not forget about him. He's still a human being. He's still alive on this planet. And this could very well turn very dangerous for him too. If he doesn't get the help that he needs, that he rightfully needs. Again, I'm hoping that something happens soon for him. And I mean that in the best way. He needs help. And he needs to be around the right type of people that are actually going to support him in the things that he really needs right now. Not egging him on and saying yes to everything that he's saying. And he also needs to stop getting on these podcasts. He just needs to stop. Okay? He really needs to stop. All right? And yes, I saw somebody say the pet wellness coach said Candace is not extreme. No, but she does have some extreme thoughts for sure. I agree. You know, she definitely has some extreme thoughts. And, have you get a chance, to watch her documentary. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Okay. And there's a lot of stuff that's in there that's extremely like eye-opening and makes you think when it has to do with the organization BLM. Very interesting stuff. But there's other things in there that of course, you could tell it is obviously extremely on one side in one perspective, not a open, unbiased approach. Like, here's the information, go with it as you please, and think however you come up with your own conclusion. No, we're going to bash this into your head, these thoughts. So it's interesting. Like I said, never been a huge fan of her. There's only been one time I've agreed with her on something that had to do with Kim Kardashian, but at the same time, it's Kim Kardashian. It's really hard not to agree when it comes to Kim Kardashian. Let's just keep it straight funkies, okay? Pink Society, thank you so much for gifting 5 people memberships. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. So welcome to the family, Devious Doll, Raven McCall, Rachel Wolf. Oh, these things are bouncing away. Sorry. Totsky, 18, and Shanna Gross. Welcome to the family membership. Thank you so much. Again, give Pink Society a whole bunch of purple hearts if you can. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so very much. All right. Yeah, no, and I agree, Pete, pet wellness coach. I do agree with that. Sure. She says, sure. Though a ton of documentaries are like that. Yes, they're all like that. Yeah, most, I would say. I think they're all like that. The makers generally approach with an option or an opinion. I'm thinking they're looking to validate. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. It's kind of like, what was going on in the night of 1992? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I get it. That's the whole purpose of somebody doing their investigative work and looking into something. True. And like I said, in that documentary, there's a lot of things that she says that makes you think, that makes you question things. But when you start going into the George Floyd thing, I don't agree. And I don't like, that's another piece of the interviews that were happening in these podcasts, especially the Drink Champs podcast that was taken down, but it's still out there, guys, just so you know. People have, saved it and then reposted it. So it's out there still. The internet is forever, y'all. But the things that he was saying were just because of a documentary that he watched that was Candace Owens, not because he did his own research or did his own due diligence and looked into the fact. He was just spouting off what was being told to him by a documentary from one of his now good friends. This is the same woman that was in his ear when he was saying slavery was a choice on TMZ. So again, I just say, again, with great power comes great responsibility. And I don't know what her intentions are, but I do think her intentions also are that her husband is one of the owners of Parler. You have Kanye talking with her husband because he's interested in buying Parler. So I think she's trying everything she can to stay in his good graces because she doesn't want to muck up that deal. Because he's trying to do the Elon Musk, because Elon Musk has now taken over Twits. Just so you know, it's official. Elon Musk has taken over Twits. Okay, so I feel that Kanye is trying to do the same. He's trying to be another Elon, but with Parler. But Parler, does anybody rock with Parler? Not me. Not my group of people. But at the same time, maybe he thinks he can turn that into another Twitter situation. The pet wellness coach. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Thank you so very, very, very much. Okay. And yes, Pink Sweets. Yes, she also did. She also was in 4K rocking that shirt too. She was like, she's excited. Okay. She's excited. She's excited about this new union of souls. You know what I mean? Two black conservatives rocking with each other. It's bliss for them. It's bliss for those two. But at the same time, again, they have a certain amount of responsibility. They need to think about what they're saying and how they're saying these things, because these things can get very, very, very dangerous. And the other thing is, too, a lot of times they're sitting there going, oh, wait. See, if these anti-Semitic remarks were coming from a white person, it'd be different, I think, than it coming from a black person. And then the black person happens to be Kanye West. So it's almost like I don't know, like a gold playing card, like blap, you know? So that platinum Amex card, unlimited credit, blah. Wow. Okay. So it's very, very interesting. And I'm interested to see how this starts to, it's going to slow down, because obviously he doesn't have like deals with everything, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens here over the next couple days. I just hope that he does what he needs to do, gets out here, starts apologizing, maybe takes back the things that he says, and he goes and finds the help that he needs. Period, y'all. Period. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. I thought it was going to be a shorter show, but I was wrong, like always. But I appreciate all y'all for being here, chopping it up with me. If there's anything that pops off a little bit later on today, I will be on to talk with you guys about it. But for right now, this is what we have for now, okay? So please do me a favor before you head out. Hit that like button down below, all right? Hit that like button down below. And do not forget, send it past 500 likes. 500 likes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 likes. Please, that would really mean a lot. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? You know your boys out here working hard out here in these streets. So hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next show, all right? Appreciate all y'all. Thank you so much for being here and chopping it up with me. And having these difficult conversations, they ain't easy. They're never easy, but they're much needed. The only way we can change the world is if we do it one conversation at a time. Anyway, guys, be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Check out my merch page, pascalmerch.com. And I will see you guys very, very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.